name is Emily Cornell, and I'm the rancher landowner that this project is taking place on. And my background is right here on this ranch. I grew up out here cattle ranching since I was a little kid. And then I went on to school in Durango and studied environmental biology and worked for the Forest Service, which kind of got me thinking about land health, which was always a focus on our ranch anyway. Started to learn about what goats can do for the landscape in terms of improving it, and the woody encroachment problems and invasive species of plants that can come in, and how the goats manage that, and how their diet is different than that of cattle. And in terms of overall land health, ecosystems just function in wholes, and so trying to be a little bit broader in your approach to production in terms of food can be a good thing for the landscape, and especially for soil health. And so it just made sense when the neighbor wanted to bring her goats over, and a good friend of mine wanted to herd them around and try to do some targeted grazing and experimenting and seeing if we can maybe return to some of the pastoralism and the ancient techniques of herding that were really quite effective.
My name is Sid Franz. I ranched in Texas all my life, raising goats since I was 9 years old. I'm 65 now. And I came out here to New Mexico in 2014 with my goats. My boyfriend said, "Come on with your goats," so I did. Anyway, I saw what they had done to the landscape in Texas, how they had improved it, how they kept the brush down. And when I saw the terrain here, I knew it would be perfect. So we started raising goats. What happened is our predation problem was getting too much. You couldn't sustain the goat herd. We're having so many kills.
I'm Brian Turner. I'm Sid's other half. And as for the grant, I'm kind of the muscle, I guess. Do the heavy lifting, I guess.
Dynamic. Yeah. That's been my name's Sarah Bangert. I am from southwestern Colorado. My background is pretty all over the place. I grew up in the professional dog world and dropped out of high school and then continued on and went back to college. That's where I met Emily, who owns this land here, and got a undergrad in environmental biology and later a master's degree in range management, and have worked for the Forest Service and done a little bit of cattle work for folks, and now I'm on to goats. My part of this project with the SARE grant was originally to just be the consultant, the environmental consultant or the technical advisor on the project, and through a turn of events in the last year or so, I've ended up down here as the herder. I decided that idea I've been thinking about for a long time, revolving around starting a prescriptive grazing business with goats. Maybe now was a good time to just go ahead and jump in. So I decided that that's what was going to happen, and this project was coming up parallel to that, essentially. And so they needed a herder. I needed to get started, and so I'm here, being the herder and also the range ecologist on this particular project. Whoa. Hey, no, So strategy this morning is to let them out, kind of try to hold them, get them settled in, let them start grazing, and then bring them back throughout the day to drink into the pen. It couldn't have gone any better for the first day. So everybody stayed calm, they're respecting the horse, they're moving nice and easy, which is what we always want, is nice and easy. And they put themselves right back in their pen. So can't ask for a better day than that.